Listen to me very carefully. By the time you get back from the grocery store this weekend, the price tags on some of your most basic pantry staples are going to jump. I am not talking about a few pennies. I am talking about massive, budget-breaking price hikes that will quietly drain your wallet before you even realize what happened. The era of cheap groceries is taking another severe hit. Right now, there is a perfect storm brewing in the global supply chain. Between bizarre weather patterns wiping out crops, shipping container costs quietly creeping back up, and labor shortages at processing plants, the economics of your local supermarket are shifting rapidly. If you do not stock up on these 15 specific items today, you are going to pay a heavy premium next month. You might think your kitchen is fully stocked, but the hidden inflation creeping into the aisles means your purchasing power is evaporating. Grab a pen, make a list, and let's dive into the inflation hiding right inside your kitchen cabinets and exactly why the market is about to make your grocery bill explode. 1. Olive oil. The liquid gold in your kitchen is about to become an absolute luxury. Extra virgin olive oil prices have been volatile, but we are about to see another massive spike. The Mediterranean region, which produces the vast majority of the world's supply, has suffered through consecutive years of brutal droughts. The olive trees are literally drying up, meaning harvest yields are historically low. When supply plummets and global demand stays exactly the same, the price skyrockets. If you see a good deal on a large tin, buy two. It will not get cheaper anytime soon. Two, coffee. Wake up and smell the inflation, because your morning cup of joe is next on the chopping block. Both Arabica and Robusta beans are facing a massive supply squeeze. Major producing countries like Brazil and Vietnam are dealing with wildly erratic weather, from unexpected frosts to severe dry spells. On top of that, global shipping routes are facing new bottlenecks, making it more expensive to transport beans to your local roaster. Coffee is a commodity traded on futures, and those futures are flashing bright red. Stock up on your favorite whole beans now and freeze them. Three, cocoa and chocolate. If you have a sweet tooth, I have terrible news. The price of cocoa is absolutely surging, and it is going to hit the candy aisle hard. West Africa produces the lion's share of the world's cocoa, and they have been decimated by crop diseases and unseasonal rains that ruined the harvest. Big chocolate manufacturers are already paying record prices for raw cocoa, and they will not absorb that cost. They are passing it directly to you. Buy your baking chocolate and cocoa powder now before the holiday baking season makes it unaffordable. 4. White rice. You might think of rice as the ultimate cheap filler food, but that is changing drastically. Several major rice exporting nations have recently extended export bans and heavy tariffs to protect their domestic food supplies. When the biggest players in the global market refuse to sell, the pressure falls heavily on domestic producers here in the United States. Add in the rising cost of the massive amounts of water and fertilizer required to grow rice, and you have a recipe for price hikes. grab those 20-pound bags while they are still somewhat reasonable. Five, peanut butter. This one hurts, especially if you have kids. Peanut butter is about to see a significant markup. The American South, where the majority of our domestic peanuts are grown, has been battling intense heat waves and dry soil conditions at the absolute worst time in the growing cycle. Yields are down, meaning the raw cost of peanuts is up. Furthermore, the cost of plastic jars and transportation to supermarket shelves are both ticking upward. Do not wait for the back-to-school rush. Grab a few extra jars of peanut butter right now. Six, sugar. Pure cane sugar is quietly becoming much more expensive. The economics here are fascinating but frustrating. Because of rising fuel costs globally, countries like Brazil are diverting a huge portion of their sugarcane crop away from food production and into ethanol production for fuel. This means there is significantly less sugar entering the global food market. When energy markets compete with food markets, food prices always go up. Whether it is a bag of white sugar for baking or hidden sugar in snacks, you will pay more. Stock the pantry now. Seven, canned tomatoes. Think about how many meals rely on canned diced tomatoes, tomato paste, or marinara sauce. Now prepare to pay a premium. California produces an enormous percentage of the processing tomatoes used in the United States. Long-term water management issues and soaring costs of agricultural labor are forcing farmers to plant less. Less acreage planted means fewer tomatoes harvested. Additionally, the tin and aluminum used for the cans are facing supply chain tariffs. Grab those flats of canned tomatoes when you see them on sale before the markup hits. Eight, all-purpose flour. Wheat prices are incredibly sensitive to global geopolitics, and right now, the market is nervous. Between ongoing tensions disrupting major grain exports and unpredictable weather in the American Midwest, the wheat supply is tight. But it is not just the wheat itself. The cost of milling, packaging, and transporting heavy bags of flour has increased due to higher diesel prices for trucking. The days of a dirt-cheap bag of flour are fading fast. Keep extra flour in airtight containers. It has a great shelf life and saves you money down the line. Nine, vanilla extract. Real vanilla extract has always been pricey, but it is about to reach astronomical levels. Madagascar produces the vast majority of the world's vanilla beans, and the region has recently been battered by severe tropical storms that damaged the delicate orchid vines. Vanilla is an incredibly labor-intensive crop, requiring hand pollination. With crop yields severely damaged, the global supply is shrinking rapidly. Even imitation vanilla is going up due to the rising costs of petrochemicals used to make it. Secure a large bottle of pure vanilla extract today before the price doubles. Butter. The dairy aisle is not safe from this wave of inflation, and butter is leading the charge. The economics of dairy farming are incredibly tough right now. Feed costs for cattle remain stubbornly high, and there is a massive shortage of farm labor. Because of this, dairy herds are actually shrinking. Less milk means less cream, and less cream means less butter. We are already seeing butter stockpiles in cold storage dropping below historical averages. When baking demand hits later this year, butter prices will skyrocket. Buy it now and freeze it. Orange juice. If you enjoy a glass of orange juice in the morning, brace yourself. The orange juice market is in a state of absolute crisis. Florida's citrus groves have been decimated by a bacterial disease called citrus greening, which ruins the fruit and kills the tree. To make matters worse, Brazil, the other major global supplier, is facing a severe drought. The global supply of juice oranges is at record lows. You will see shrinking carton sizes and exploding prices. If you rely on shelf-stable or frozen orange juice concentrate, stock up immediately. Canned salmon. Canned salmon is a fantastic, healthy pantry staple, but the economics of the fishing industry are forcing prices up. Ocean warming is altering the migration patterns of wild salmon, making them harder and more expensive to catch. Fishing fleets are burning more diesel fuel to find fish, and strict environmental quotas are limiting the total catch. Processing plants are also dealing with severe labor shortages. The combination of higher fuel costs, lower yields, and increased labor costs means your favorite canned protein is about to get a major price hike. Avocado oil. As olive oil prices have surged, consumers flocked to avocado oil as a healthy alternative. But now, avocado oil is facing its own inflation crisis. Surging demand has completely outpaced the supply coming out of Mexico. Furthermore, the avocado industry is incredibly water-intensive, and regional droughts are impacting the size and oil yield of the fruit. As major food manufacturers start buying up avocado oil for processed foods and dressings, the supply left for bottled cooking oil shrinks. Grab a couple of bottles now before the supermarket adjusts the price tags upwards. Rolled oats. Your cheap and healthy breakfast is about to get a lot more expensive. A massive portion of the oats consumed in North America are grown in Canada and the northern United States. Unfortunately, these regions have been experiencing severe, prolonged dry spells during the crucial growing season. Oat stalks are coming up short, and the yield per acre is dropping significantly. When the harvest is poor, the commodity price jumps. Oats are a staple that lasts a very long time in a dry pantry, so buy the massive bulk bags now. Honey. Last, but certainly not least, let us talk about honey. The global bee population continues to struggle with colony collapse disorder and pesticide exposure. But the new economic factor driving up honey prices is extreme weather. Erratic temperature swings are altering the blooming seasons of the flowers that bees rely on for nectar. If flowers bloom too early or too late, bees cannot produce as much honey. Commercial beekeepers are facing higher costs to maintain their hives, and those costs are passed to you. Real, raw honey never spoils. So stock up today. Inflation is not just a number on a screen. It is a silent tax on your daily life, eating away at your hard-earned money every time you step inside a grocery store. By understanding the supply chain and buying these 15 essential items before the next wave of price hikes hits, you are taking control of your financial future. Do not let the supermarkets catch you off guard. If you want to stay one step ahead of the economy, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and tell me below what you are buying first. Stay smart, stay prepared, and I will see you in the next video.